Are we? Am I the only person on camera, or are you putting your camera on?
At once, so I mean we are actually live and unmuted right now.
I can't see your camera at all. I can't see that it's online.
You can't see that it's online.
I can't see that we're live on Facebook.
Oh, that's because you're looking on the Discord, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not on the Discord because it's being used by Streamlabs and you can't use it twice.
Oh, I'm being stupid. Okay, that's fine. This is fine.
That's good. Now that I've got your permission, we can. So you guys have moved yourselves a little bit. Look, Dave, you've moved closer to me. I'm not against that, but move closer to Connor. Sarah, the same. You've moved yourself out of the camera. Another one. That's better. That's better. Yeah. Fucking four.
Am I still being... Am I fine, or is Cameron microphone in the way?
No, I moved to the camera, so the microphone's sort of in the way of Dave's face, but half of Dave's face is off. Yeah, so there we go. Kind of. Yeah, that's better, Dave. Just sit like that. You look like you're R&B star jamming with the mic right next to you.
Are we live?
So we're live. We are live. Yeah.
Yes, officially talking bollocks. Yeah.
Hello, thank you for joining us.
Yes. Hello.
So it's been a week and we've got sloppy.
Well, welcome.
Because we were so professional before.
So professional. Yeah.
We thank you for having us. We enjoy this. We certainly hope you guys do too. And
Thank you for spending your Fridays with us.
Indeed. It's vastly appreciated.
Vastly.
Is very nice. So just as a swift introduction, obviously we are Dead the Ring Fights. For anyone new who has not seen our stream on every Friday at roughly 8:30, depending on how we feel.
And what we've got to talk about.
Yeah. So, yeah, pretty much. So before we get started, there are a few thank yous to make. Forgotten Adventures for their artwork for the battle map, campaign map using assets from Elven Tower, images taken for our tokens, Daft Camelot and Sir Teethling, and some brilliant, fantastic sounds from Kevin MacLeod, which is easily found online.
It is easy.
Appreciate you all.
Do you know what I did? The other day, I thought, you know what, I'm going to remember what it is.
Gift.
I went and got it. I went and Googled, because it is easy to find. You just put Kevin MacLeod music in it, boom, it's the top link, it's right there. And I forgot what it is again. And I feel like it's something like Intech Music, it's called, or something like that. Anyway, yeah, that guy's awesome.
Yeah.
So we've had a week off. That was just one of the players. I'm not saying that it was Connor. Was busy doing other things. So
Yeah, sorry.
Ditched us.
Socialising with other friends, how dare I?
He doesn't have other friends. He's just trying to make himself sound popular.
No, I have nothing better to do. I would have preferred to have spent my Fridays playing D&D, I will be honest.
I would take that.
Yeah, D&D's awesome.
Because none of those people are watching.
Maybe. Or maybe they're here today. Hey.
Look who we found!
This is your life.
You didn't come and play with us last week, so we came to see what you was doing.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
We've got the contact numbers on the way out.
Really would. Does anyone want to give us a roundup, a summary of the last session?
I've done the intro, so I'll leave it to someone else.
Yeah.
What happened
Let's
so
leave
long
it to
ago?
Sarah because she takes the best notes.
Yep. A lot of my notes are the book that I've been reading. Never mind anything else.
That's right. I was supposed to give you more information in the break, and I haven't.
So we picked up at the top of the hill last week. We started heading down, and we came across Martin again, the Auroch friend that we'd found. We had a few issues with that, and our new ranger friend wanting to kill it. We then saw a gnome riding a small pony towards us. we found out he was called Albus, and we weren't sure if he was deaf or if he was just being a bit of a dick. We spent quite a while trying to ask him questions and him not really hearing what we were saying. So we persuaded him to take us back to his camp when we told him we was all bards and we'd come and perform for him. He said that he'd have to speak to Dougal, who was the head of security. It turned out to be, was it a big ogre?
It was, yeah.
A big ogre, he seemed to be more the brains of the operation. He knew a lot of big words and sort of knew what was going on. It turned out, yeah, their camp that they're staying in was just a big group of misfits.
Totally original idea. You'll never find that anywhere else.
No.
Lost season 2.
Hobgoblins,
No,
knitting
not
and
Lost
stuff.
season 2. I meant Heroes. Sorry, carry on.
Then I read the book for a bit and found out a bit more about that. They explained to us that they'd seen other travellers coming from the west. There's a camp to the east before the village we was heading to. And it did take us towards the camp where we'd seen these people. That they'd decided not to explore, but when we got there wasn't anybody there and it didn't look like they'd been there. So we headed on to the ruined village. To the ruined city. We got there, there's sort of less than 100 buildings. Lost went wandering off and appeared with a coin in his hand, which confused my character a bit that you bleed coins. And we headed towards the city and decided rather than resting on the night, we would use the darkness to have a look around.
You did see,
and see if we could see any undead or where a witch might be living. And that's where we
Weren't we up to a... You sure? Weren't we up to a battle fight?
Yeah, I thought we concluded. I can't remember.
A battle fight, wasn't it?
No, you wasn't quite.
Because there was some people...
We fought one thing.
You fought a thing. That was at the village.
Burnt village, yeah.
Yeah. Then you moved on to the city, which is really more of a town than a city. It's not big enough to be classed as a city, really.
But everyone's been calling it a city.
Everyone's been calling it a city, yeah. You didn't... Oh man, you've got me second guessing now. I think you saw that there was people about, but you didn't actually engage. You decided...
I've got it wrote down, because I always write down the last thing we've done. And the last thing I've wrote down is headed towards city and decided to continue onwards.
Yeah, because when we were in the field and there was someone around us and I sent Arrow up to check and I got a bit of a
That was earlier.
roll. And
this is why we shouldn't take a week. This is why you shouldn't have a social life.
No, we stopped as we got to the city and we was about to start scouting round it.
The DM heavily suggested you should take a short rest. You ignored him and said, no, I think we should scout around the city in the dark because most of us can't see in the dark, so it'll be fine.
Most of us can.
Most of us can see in the dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
why don't you just go to the
Even me.
stream right at the end of the battle?
It's because not like we're live or anything.
So that's where we're picking up. Is you guys are on the outskirts of this ruined town city. It's a cloudy night, which means there's almost no moonlight or starlight, so the area is considered dark. Particularly in sort of under trees and that sort of thing, it would be pitch black. As it stands right now, the city has no walls, and you guys are about 150 feet away from what could be clearly considered the boundaries of the town. So over to you guys. What do you want to do? Oh, that didn't last long.
To save me looking it up, do you know the range of detect magic?
Detect magic? I don't, but I can...
No, I don't know.
I can
30 feet. I think we're going to want to get closer before I use that.
Maybe I could like scout forward or something, you know. I can have a quick look. I'm pretty quick on my feet.
I wouldn't object. Yes. I would advise maybe sticking to the shadows, drawing as little attention off as possible.
Oh, didn't I cast was that beforehand?
Pass
That
without
was
trace.
as was travelling up,
Yeah,
wasn't
as
it?
you were travelling up, you did cast Pass Without Trace, and we did take stealth rolls, which you can see are still in the thingy-majiggy there. I haven't got. Oh wait, I have got one from all of you. Yep, I got stealth rolls from all of you.
Yeah. Me being the stealthy one didn't do too well.
Yeah. Figure that one out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna carry on though. Like, so if I go forward a little bit and I try and see what's going on, and try and slink to the shadows and keep myself, as quiet as I can. I think that may be good. It's probably better rather than us all going in once.
If we all go, we could draw a lot of attention.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, one person.
You'll
I'll
do
try and
what
slink around a bit.
you'll do what you think is best. Just make sure you'll stay within shouting distance if you get in trouble.
Oh, yeah, sure, no problem.
Well, maybe I could help a bit with keeping you hidden. I could put invisibility on him, and then they wouldn't see him.
Well, if you feel like
Yeah.
it will help me, sure, but I'd probably be all right. I'm pretty sure about myself. I'm pretty good at staying in the shadows,
She's just gonna put a hand on him and cast invisibility on him.
Do you resist the spell at all?
I wouldn't know if I wouldn't know if I if
Tickling behind his
yeah,
ears.
anyway.
So
I just
what,
carry on talking as if like we're still having the conversation.
What level are you casting this at? Because if you cast it at higher levels, you can use it on more people.
I'm just casting it at normal level with just him going.
Okay, yeah. So as you're talking away, Scuttles, you begin to turn invisible. And whilst everybody's looking at you, after a while, it looks like they're looking through you.
I'm like, hey, are you listening to what I'm saying?
Yes, we're just waiting for you to
Do we still hear him?
ready for you to go.
Sorry?
We can still hear him.
Oh, you can still hear him just fine, yeah.
Can't see him.
Well,
Anything
like I
is-
said,
While I'm
anything
talking, my
happening
eyes are just like
invisible
this
as well.
all over, like seeing if I can actually see him.
I'll slink on and see what I can see, So, yeah, I'm gonna sort of start heading towards the outskirts of the city to see what I can see.
We'll look around to make sure he's gone.
with
Okay.
my kitty eyes.
Oh, we do not.
Alright, so it's pretty dark. To check actually, do you get any sort of advantage? I mean, cats have good eyesight, don't they? Do you get any sort of advantage?
Yeah,
for
but
seeing
you
in the
don't
dark?
really. No.
You
No, I'm
did
not
think at
saying-
first he couldn't even see in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
First character with dark vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, it is still dark though, so even with dark vision, you do have to roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
It's
That's fine.
very commonly.
Because it's worded dim light.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So,
Okay. So
do it all the
shall I
time
do,
on critical roll, and it books me. Yeah, so if you could roll it.
perception-y?
Perception, please, thank you. Unless you're using your hearing, in which case it's still perception, but I'll let you do it as a straight roll.
Ooh. I'll use
But
my
sound
kitty
travels better at night. It should be with advantage.
Sure.
So normal, right?
Yeah. If you're going to rely on your hearing as you move through, because nobody can see you, so I'm going to allow this.
You know what? Probably doesn't matter.
I'm done. Okay, so it is very quiet. Literally, the ambience that I'm pushing through, that's what you can hear. You can't hear anything. It doesn't sound like there's anybody about. You can't hear any creatures other than a few crickets making some noises. There's no birds. There's no beasts. There's no sentries or guards to be heard.
Okay. I'm going to push it a little bit further.
Okay. So, as you move, you're now getting towards the buildings, and you're in what will once upon a time been the streets.
Oh, by the way, I also give the party a wave, just to show that I'm all right.
Okay. They don't seem to respond.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you walk down the empty streets, in this dark light, it's difficult to make out any real features. You know, everything's sort of black and white, even with your dark vision. The buildings appear to be mostly structurally sound. They don't look like ancient ruins. Many of the buildings still have doors and windows that are intact. The roofs appear to be intact. There's grass growing almost everywhere. You can't make out any sort of trails or anything like that through because the grass is quite long. It's up to sort of 2 feet high in places. There's between each of the buildings there's sort of 5 or 6 feet, and it's very dark down these, so you can't see down there at all.
Yeah.
And as you move through, and you eventually come to a sort of T-junction where there's a building ahead of the street, and then 2 streets that move, one off to the left, one off to the right. And again, it's dead silent.
Are there any lights on in any of the houses that I can see?
No, there's no sign of life anywhere.
Okay.
Or death.
At this point, he's probably going to think, well, I don't want to go too far because I don't want to put myself in too much danger. So I'm going to move back to the party.
Okay.
And I'm going to get sort of close to him and going to go, hey.
Oh, you're back.
Hey. Yeah. So I couldn't really see anything. The place looks pretty much deserted, but the buildings have like the doors on. They're not like ruined or anything. They're kind of livable. But I couldn't see any tracks in any of the long grass or there's like a T-junction thing. I didn't want to go too far, you know.
No, that's understandable.
But I think maybe we could press on and see what we can see. I'm pretty sure. I mean, this is quite a quiet town.
How are we feeling? It's been a long day for us. Are we feeling tired?
You've been travelling all day. You're not risking exhaustion just yet, but you're weary from a day's travel.
Okay. Well, so you'll say that there's still doors on the houses and it doesn't look ransacked.
Yeah, I mean, it looks. I mean,
by the way, Lost is looking in completely the wrong direction.
there are. I mean, some of them are slightly dilapidated, but you know, what the word's like. It's kind of normal, really. But it looks safe, but not.
Safe but ominous.
Not well trodden, you know.
Right. Do you all think it would maybe be wise to make camp in shelter or out here in the wilderness?
I mean, I'm not like too good on knowing where to camp, and I'm so used to city life that I wouldn't know. I mean, it looks pretty safe in this part of town, but I think maybe off the beaten path, maybe a better suggestion rather than. I mean, I definitely think that maybe we should, have a rest, get back to it in the morning where we're fresh and ready to go at it, whatever it may be.
I agree, but I would like someone to keep an eye out on that town as we're resting.
Well, I can always use the spell again to keep us all hidden overnight. Like we did when, you stood for hours and we put grass and things in your hand.
I vaguely remember that. Yeah, if you have the power to do so, and if everyone would sooner take on this endeavor in daylight. How about you, Bird? Can you see in the dark?
Arrow is currently sat on Mendez's shoulder.
Yes, we can see.
Okay. How do you feel about, like, camping out here?
I'm fine with that. I'm used to wilderness.
Can I go over to Arrow and give him a pat?
You can. You're still invisible. But when you
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that.
yeah, so Arrow sort of gives a squawk and flutters around and moves onto Mendez's other shoulder.
Oh, Tomato Boy, do you see something?
No. Just I think it's Skittles.
Oh, okay. I thought his name was Arrow or Bird, but it named him Skittles. So okay, Skittles.
It's a weird name. Who'd do that?
I love how there's so little actual communication in our pie.
It's the way we work.
Yeah.
I just go like down and go, no, Skittles is on the floor.
What?
You've got another bed?
The cat.
Scattles?
Yeah, Skittles.
Right. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, let's set up camp and, get a cat nap,
I see what you did there. Oh no, I didn't see it. But,
I like what you did there.
So I'm going to use Mordekainen's private sanctum around us.
We're probably going to, try and... Is there any, hills nearby?
yeah, I think we're still...
It's quite flat where you are now. The hills are quite some way away. In terms of finding shelter for the night, there are a few sort of buildings that are separate from the town, perhaps old warehouses or farm buildings of some sort. It's difficult to see. It's dark and they're not in a great condition. Other than that, there's a few trees, but it's very flat land. You're in plains, prairies. There's not a lot to take shelter in.
Well, with your spell, we should be alright either way. No matter where we are, we just stay away from anything which looks like a path.
Yeah. I wouldn't want anyone walking into the house. Trying
No.
to walk down the road.
I like my sleep. I want to keep it.
Okay, do you want to describe what you create with your spell, Liana?
Alright. So it's going to appear dark and foggy again around the edges. Make it quite large. It can be up to 100 feet, so she's going to make it, a good, comfortable size that we've all got space. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, no problem. Is there anything that you guys want to do throughout the night? Are you setting a watch? Do you want to do any sort of downtime activities for an hour before you rest, or anything like that?
I've got something in mind, so I'll take first watch.
Okay.
Just gonna lick myself a bit.
Great. When you finish, James, what is it you want to do tonight? What does your character want to do? Hey! Oh, we do have fun, don't we?
Probably just, not again, similar situation, not meditate, but just like a light nap.
Okay.
So I'm always self-aware Always keeping my ear out for things, but with my eyes closed.
Okay, so that covers 2 watches. How long are you going to do these for? In order to get the benefit of a full night's rest, you need to rest for 8 hours. That means between you need to do 2.5 hours rest each, so that you can be resting for the remaining times.
2.5 hours watch.
Sorry, yeah, 2.5 hours watch.
I'll do a watch.
You'll do a watch. You're doing a watch.
Yeah, I'll try
I'll
to
do
do
what?
my 4 hours and then be awake anyway.
You will be awake anyway, but even though you can transfer 4 hours, you still need to rest
Yeah.
for 8 hours.
So I'll do a watch as well.
Alright, cool. So Lost You was going first.
Mhm.
So as the rest of them roll out bed rolls, curl into balls, pet the beds, trance. What do you want
She
to do?
just sits cross-legged.
Just for the watch, I just want to basically keep an eye out on the town.
Okay.
When it comes to after that roll and after what happens, when I get my head back down,
Mhm.
I want to take the book out, cuddle, because everyone else is asleep. I'll wake Scattles up, told him, it's your watch, and then when everyone else is sort of quiet down, I'll get the book out, snuggle up to it, and fall asleep.
Okay. So let's have a perception check with disadvantage for your watch.
13.
That's a good roll. That's a good roll. Okay. You see yourself still within the boundaries of the sanctum. I think you can see out of it.
I venture outside.
You venture outside. Okay. So you're outside. The cold night air is, now that you're on your own and it's quiet, you can hear the silence, as it were, of the night. The cold air on your skin, and you do feel very alone at this particular moment in time. And as you're watching the town, on one of the roofs just ahead of you, you see what appears to be a human form. Comes out of a shadow and stares across the way to where you guys are. It's just looking directly at you.
Just perfectly still.
Not quite perfectly still. The wind blows the hair slightly.
Okay.
And the clothes, it's dark and almost outside of your field of vision, so you don't quite see any more details. But
I suppose it's too far away to be able to tell, but I don't see it shifting its weight from side to side. It's as far as I can tell, standing perfectly still.
appears to be stood perfectly stood.
Yes. Right. So if it's still there by the end of my watch, I'll wake Scattles up, point it out to him, and then do as I said.
So as you go to wake Scattles up and turn away, by the time you've woken Scattles and brought him back to point him out, there's nobody there.
You'll see that building over there, Scattles?
Yeah.
From what I could tell, there was some figure stood up on the roof, possibly watching me as well. So, might be that our presence has been alerted, but something to keep an eye out for.
Maybe can we see the outside from the inside?
I believe so. I can double check that. Let's have a look.
Do you want me to put it up on the...
Yeah, go on, sorry. You stick it up on that. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. This is a really powerful spell. It's a lot of fun. It doesn't actually say, so
Guess it's caster's discretion.
yeah. So if you
Yeah, if I could make it so we could see out but people can't see him, that's definitely what I'd do.
yeah, sure. Yeah, so we can say that. I'm happy. It's quite a minor thing in the grand scheme of things.
I don't rank on anything. I still would have liked to have gone stood on my own.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is say to Lost, what I think I'll do. So, if they know someone's here, maybe it's better if they don't know how many people. So, if we watch from within here, then
That's probably a safer option, yeah. Plus, if they can't see this camp, then they might have thought I've wandered off and just left.
Exactly. The that way, it feels safer a little bit. So I'm more than happy to sort of sit here, watch.
Then
in
I
a
shall see you
meditative
on the
state.
morrow.
Sleep well, my friend.
Thank you, friend. And then I just try and hide what it is I'm doing when I spoon the book.
There's no effect from spooning the book.
Makes loft spill better.
You'll get paper cuts.
Watch out for more coins appearing.
Straddles, do you want to make your perception
I
roll?
shall. Yeah. Just normal, right?
If you're listening, yep.
Mm.
If you're using your eyesight, it'll be with disadvantage.
Oh, for God's sake.
I know, right?
Get them out the way with now.
It's a very, very quiet 2.5 hours.
There is a sleeping Goliath, so...
Over the snoring of Liana, you can't really make anything out.
Okay.
You know when you first pull the plug out of the plug hole?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounds like.
Oh.
But yeah, so your watch comes to an end with no events. You don't witness anything. You don't hear anything out of the ordinary. You nearly bob off a little bit yourself, but manage to stay awake. You think?
Okay. Who's next?
Well, I don't think you guys decided who's next, so you've got to now choose someone.
I'd be waking up at this point anyway, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So yeah, I just basically sort of give you a little to Liana. Say, hey, Liana, Lust said to me about he saw someone on the roof watching us.
On
So
our
I've been
roof?
keeping my eye out, been really, really honing, my sight and my ears
She's
to make
looking
sure
up.
that if anything happened at all, I
She's
would
looking
know,
up
right?
at the top when he's saying about them on the
Yeah.
roof.
I'm facing exactly the wrong direction.
Do you
so
mean
keep your eye
over
out.
there in the city?
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's where you should be looking.
And did you
I
see
was
anything?
just showing you. I was just showing you what not to do. Right.
All right.
Act like as I say, not as I do, as they say. Yeah. So if you keep your eye on that, maybe they may be back. People are keeping an eye on us, but me and Lars said, you know what? It's probably better to do it from within this bubble rather than going out and showing our, how many of us there are.
Yeah, it's definitely a good idea.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm gonna
I'll keep a
go
lookout.
sleep. All right.
Okay. Liana, can you make your perception roll, please? With disadvantage. $15. Okay, that's better.
So even with disadvantage, you do better than me.
Yeah. Are you staying within the? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll sort of walk around the boundary a bit on the inside.
Okay. So as you're walking around the boundary, you notice out the corner of your eye there is a figure, a humanoid figure, who seems to be walking almost alongside with you. Not exactly parallel, maybe 5-6 feet, but they are circling around the area that you've made safe. They're not looking at you, but they're definitely looking in this area. Now, bearing in mind that this creates this clouded area that will stand out. This person is about a little less than 30 feet away, walking around the outskirts. You can make out that this appears to be a young human woman, sort of late teens. She has very, quite long white hair, and she's wearing night clothes.
And she's like walking the edge.
Yeah, she's walking around. Like I said, she's maintaining the distance she's at, a little less than 30 feet, and she's walking around the area.
Does she look in that direction at any point, like towards the inside?
Yeah, she's looking towards this cloud. To where it's just a clouded dome. She's looking towards it.
I'm gonna nudge Lost.
Yeah.
Shh. There's someone outside. They're walking round the edge.
Immediately grab sword and shield. What?
I'm showing where the walk is.
She's still there.
Describe night clothes. Like nighty in...
Like a 90, yeah, but very, very long. It trails behind her by another foot or so.
Just gonna take a look around, see if there's any farmhouses or anything nearby.
There are, yeah. The closest one is, you'll remember it rather than know where it is. It's about 200 feet away to the west of where you are now.
What do you think she is? What do you think she wants?
I don't know, but Scattle said you saw someone on a roof. And now it seems strange that there's someone walking around the edge.
Yeah, but going by the way she's dressed, she looks more like she's maybe come from a farmhouse rather than quite possibly a hostile town.
But didn't Scattle say that there wasn't really anyone in the town?
What do you think she wants? Do you think she's the witch?
Well, we don't really know what a witch is.
Shall we go out and ask?
As you guys are talking, and watching her, she moves her hands and sort of bringing them from down her side with her palms out together in almost like a prayer, and then as she opens them out, a purple rune appears in the centre of it and then dissipates.
That looks like witchcraft.
Let me just see what spells you've got, because you will recognise the motions of spells that you know. You don't have this spell. So it looks like witchcraft, yeah.
Has it had any effect on...
Not that you're aware, the private sanctum seems to still be intact.
That looks like witchcraft to me.
Should we wake them to? And she'll point at Mendes and Scattles.
That's down to you. Do you think this calls for diplomacy or action?
If my concern is, if we go out, then they won't hear us. If something happened...
You'll stay behind me and near the door. If anything happens, you go in and wake them.
Alright.
Go talk to her, find out who she is. Then maybe kill her.
Yeah.
Okay. So I walk out first. Like, sword and shield, like, visibly drawn.
The young woman stops and looks at you. And as you walk out, she maintains the distance between you and her.
That's fine. I'm not walking up to her. I'm just walking out maybe 5-10 feet out.
She takes steps back, almost in perfect unison as to when you walk. She walks backwards, looking at you.
What's your intentions? Who goes there?
I'll step out of the boundary as well behind him.
Okay. She looks at you, but she doesn't respond.
She's human.
She definitely appears human, yeah.
I said, who goes there and state your intentions?
Still no response.
I shan't ask a third time. You'll find this beneficial to you to answer my questions.
She turns her head to look behind her towards the town and reaches down and pulls the trail of her nightdress and pulls it up, and as she pulls it up, she vanishes.
Well, I told her. That looked like witchcraft to me.
Well, yeah, not many people tend to disappear like that.
No. I take it that's not magic you're familiar with.
No.
You can make an arcana check to try and understand what you've just seen.
Mm.
Bearing in mind that it's not going to be a replacement for such as detect magic. Okay, that's a pretty good roll. Yeah, so the first spell, you don't know what it was. It's not particularly familiar to you. It definitely, though, didn't seem as something that was intended to either dispel the protection that you had put up, or to attack it, or to attack you guys. It certainly seemed to be more to do with understanding or conjuring, a more passive spell rather than something that would attack or be or the other. And then this vanishing act. There are many ways that a magic user can make themselves appear to vanish. 15 is a pretty good roll, so I won't give you everything, but what I will say is this could be anything from vanishing a short distance, it's dark. After another 30 feet, you guys are practically blind, you can't see anything. She could have just pinged and gone away. She could have moved very quickly. She could have just made herself invisible and pulled her clothes off. There's a very large number of things that could have just happened, and you can't narrow it down. What you can say confidently is you did just see magic.
Well, it was definitely magic, but she might not be that far away.
Yeah.
She could be all the way back in the city, or she could still be pretty close.
If I walk out to where she was stood, can I tell if there's any tracks or anything?
There are tracks. So the grass is padded down in almost a perfect circle around the sanctum that Liana created. So she's been doing this walk for a while. You don't see individual footprints. You see the grass padded down. She's made that trip around several times. But there's no tracks leading away from where you last saw her.
Well, however she vanished, I don't think she walked. There's no evidence of her leaving this area. It's probably best just pursue in the morning.
Yeah, all of us finished resting, but I think they know we're here.
Yeah, but at least we potentially know what this witch looked like. I thought she might have just been a farmhand. But, yeah. So I make my way back into the sanctum.
Okay.
Well spot. Go back to sleep.
Okay. For the rest of your watch, there's nothing of note. The only thing that is even worthy of note is the fact that the clouds begin to clear about an hour later, and the moonlight brightens up the area a little more.
I'll give Mendes a bit of a kick.
Okay.
So, throughout the night, there's been a couple of things. So Lost took the first watch and saw a humanoid stood on the roofs over there.
Okay.
And then, just before I woke you, while I've been watching, there's been a humanoid female walking around our area. Now you can't see in from outside, and you can't get in if you're not here. And we went out, I woke lost, and we went out, and she wouldn't respond to us, and then disappeared.
Hmm.
And I haven't seen her anymore since. But we thought if we're staying here, then they don't know exactly how many of us there is. So all they've seen tonight, if it was the same person, is Lost and me. They don't know you're here or Scattles is here.
Yeah. With us saying like magic and stuff, would I assume it would be like the witch, knowing that I am hunting a witch in this part?
Yeah.
Would I think it would be the one that we would call a witch?
Yeah, I mean, that's really up to you to decide. But
Yeah. Obviously, like
based on
me as I am, I would think, well,
yeah,
as a Goliath, magic is a witch, something that a witch would do.
Yeah, so you have the ability to use magic, but your magic sort of comes out of your martial style as a ranger, as well as nature itself. So anything that's other than that, like what she's just described, yeah, you definitely consider to be unnatural, and yeah, I can't see why you wouldn't assign it to a witch.
I'm just going to turn around and say, this must be the witch that we are hunting.
Well, we thought it might be. She's
Yes.
trying to find out who's here or what's here.
Magic like that always leads to witches.
We're all rested up, then we can face this head on.
Is there only the front door to go out of? Is there any like back door or anything?
So it's not really a building, it's more of like a dome that's sort of clouded, but you guys, when you look through it, it's like a very thin fog, but when you look in from the outside, it's like clouded over, it's a thick black cloud that you can't see through. So you guys, you can see not like all directions at once if you wanted to.
Right.
You know, peripheral vision.
I'm going to... Like, so if they went out that way, I'm going to go like the south way sort of thing.
Yeah, the opposite direction of where they described this all.
That's right, yeah.
Alright.
And just take a look around.
Alright, so make a perception roll.
Is this disadvantage?
Yeah, it's disadvantage. Although if you're using your eagle...
Well, I will be using
arrow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to use arrow, remember you'll be limited by what arrow will be able to convey to you.
Yeah, well...
But yeah, if you do it with arrow, it's a straight roll. Because arrow gets advantage on perception checks.
I was going to say, you want arrows sheep, not yours.
That one, yeah?
Yep.
There we go.
15, pretty good.
It's a night of 15s today, isn't it?
It is. So as you go out and sort of give arrow the command, "Quit," or whatever, itchy bastard.
Go on, Kez, go on.
Kez!
Come on,
And an arrow starts to circle around high above and then comes back down and indicates to you that there is another creature, another person or whatever, further ahead than you, lying. I mean, she can't give you like an accurate description.
No. But there's someone there.
There's somebody further on, and when you look up, you can't see anyone, so it's further than your 60 feet.
Can I?
Yeah, need dark vision.
Cool.
Goliath.
Goliath's not dark vision.
Goliath's dark vision. It's moonlight, so it's dim light, so you can see 15 feet reasonably well.
Yeah.
And then 15 feet. Well, everything after that you can't really see.
Yeah.
So
can I stealth a bit? With my saying that?
You can. Yeah. It's dark, so you can do this with advantage.
Do it with advantage.
Mm-hmm. 8, okay. You're doing your best to remain hidden, you're keeping your body low. What would you like to do?
Like carry on walking the path, but not on the path, like
towards where.
Yeah, where she was indicating someone was. Yeah.
Okay. So you walk along this path for how far do you want to go? Because you don't see anyone to start with. You get maybe 20 feet. You don't see anyone.
Right. 1 second. Can I use that?
That vision, you
Yeah.
can indeed.
Did you use any spell slots for that?
No.
No, I don't think you do.
Do I just click it? I don't have to
Yeah,
stay.
you have to.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's fine. So you sort of hold on to your chest or whatever, and then through the darkness, your eyesight increases, your field of vision increases, and then you can now see about 30 feet as though it's normal light, and then another 30 feet as though it's dark or dim light.
Right.
And within that field of vision, there is a young woman wearing a nightgown, and she has long silver hair. She appears to be human.
Ooh. And you described what she looked like
Yeah.
as well, didn't you? Ooh, that is very interesting. Very interesting. I'm gonna draw my longbow.
Okay.
And yeah, I am actually. And I'm going to put Hunter's Mark on.
Just link Hunter's Mark into the chat for me. Give it a click.
90 feet.
90 feet, yeah, that's what I wanted to know was the range. Okay, that's no problem. So as you mutter the incantation that you're familiar with, you can suddenly see almost as if you've zoomed in, you can see the weaknesses of this individual. She's unarmoured, which means a shot anywhere in the chest could be fatal.
Right. Yeah. 1d6. Do I click the button there?
No, it's fine.
Alright.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, to get your d6, we'll just do it.
Alright. Right.
So just roll your longbow.
No.
Okay, 14. She stands perfectly still, and she sees you. As you're taking your time to aim your shot, even with the hunter's mark on, for a moment your eyes meet. She sees you, you see her, and she doesn't make any attempt to move out of the way. The arrow fires straight at her, and when it gets to within maybe half a foot, so 6 inches close to her, she just grabs it in thin air. And she's holding it exactly where she caught it. Your aim was pretty good, it would have hit her straight in the heart. And she just kneels and puts it on the floor, and then stands up again.
Can I insight check her like behaviour, sort of like mood, like?
You definitely can, yeah.
I did not got that one. Cool. Oh, that's interesting.
Let me just double check this one. Pretty sure this would just be yeah.
Yeah, you're free.
Oh, now we know who it is, look.
Yeah, that's true. Damn you, roll 20! With your spoilers! Don't metagame.
I'm just saying, now we know who it is.
I'm just kind of remember who that is.
Oh no. You're not killing no one today.
So, it seems like this person can clearly protect herself. What you've just seen appears to be exactly what you've just seen. You fired an arrow that was aimed perfectly at her. It went with a full thrust of a Goliath firing a longbow. That was an extremely powerful shot. You'd used all of your expertise, and she just caught it like it was a flower. And then she gently placed it on the ground. She's not phased at all by Wasters. She doesn't seem to be concerned that you've just tried to kill her.
I'm trying to think of our character, how I would respond to that. I'm going to go a little bit more closer.
Okay. As you walk closer, she mimics your actions. So as you walk, you take one step forward, she takes one step back. You take 5 steps, which will put you, if you're quite tall, it'll put you almost 10 feet closer, and she's moved almost 10 feet back.
Okay.
Thank you for the follow, Colt.
I think I'm going to. I'm just going to walk up to her. Just carry on walking up to her.
Yeah. As you keep walking,
yeah, just keep walking.
she keeps walking back, and there's a lot of space behind it going on night. However, as you get to where she placed the arrow down, you see that it's covered in blood, and there's a lot of blood on the floor. As the direction that she's walked away, there's drips of blood.
So now as a character I would think would I have thought my dart has gone into her and she's put it on the floor and she's bleeding out?
It certainly looks like it cut her.
Yeah, I'm just literally gonna give chase. Just to try and catch her.
She vanishes. Same as before. She grabs a skirt at the bottom, pulls it up, and as she pulls it up, there's nothing there. The skirt flutters down to the ground, and she's gone.
Just leaving skirts everywhere.
Don't know.
Olé! I'm just gonna look a bit confused and circle around back to the dome.
Do you look at the dress?
Pardon?
Do you look at the nightgown? That fluttered down.
Yeah, I reckon I would, to see how she's disappeared.
The arrow clearly pierced it, and there's a large patch of blood over the chest area.
Right. So, is there any patches of blood leading anywhere, or is it just in one spot where she vanished?
Just in one spot where she vanished.
Right, okay. I don't know if I would now. Okay. No, I'm going to leave it at that and I'm going to walk around to the dome.
Okay.
And just check everything out, like just keep my eyes peeled while I'm walking back there to make sure there's nothing else.
Okay. So you circle around and we'll use your initial perception roll. The sun's starting to rise by this point, so it's swiftly now moving away from a sort of twilight into early dawn, sunrise, and before long you can see clearly. There's no other signs of this person for the remainder of the night. By the time that your shift comes to an end, the others are starting to wake up.
Before they start waking up, I'm going to collect something to make a campfire and then just start cooking stuff like when they wake up.
There's not a lot of wood around here. It's not the best place to find things, but you do find a few things. Mostly it's sort of like bundles of dried grass and sort of shrubbery. We need a Monty Python reference board. So you find enough to get a little fire going. You're not going to be able to cook bacon and eggs on it, but you don't have bacon and eggs, so that's fine. So by the time that these lot wake up, you've got a little fire going, and you boil some water and heat up some basic rations that you've got.
Yeah.
Thank you for the follow, Anouk.
Yeah, thanks, man. I think we hit 200
Appreciate it.
recently, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
We said we was going to do a giveaway if we got to 200.
Do we pull a name out of a
You
hat?
No, we'll steal Critical Role's idea. And we'll do something during the break.
Okay. It wouldn't be the first idea we stole.
That's true.
I'm wearing a t-shirt, it's official.
Okay, so it's the next morning. So you guys can go ahead and give yourselves a long rest. Sarah, can you make your divination potent?
Just go to your
Potent
spell sheet.
rolls?
Sorry, Paul.
Go to your spell sheet.
9 and 15.
Not bad, not bad.
So yeah, you want 4 in that one, you want 2 in the...
Sorry, what was that?
And in spells, yeah, you want 4 in that next one. Nope. Yeah, put 4 in there. Then the one underneath, put 2. When you cast a spell at that level, it uses spell slot. So if you like that.
Ooh.
You can also cast like spells at higher levels as well.
Yes, I've got you now.
So that's how that works.
Interesting. Thank you very much.
So you guys wake. Mendes has got a little bit of breakfast going. It's only your basic rations that you guys have all got with you. Actually, Mendes has got, he should be a fresh character, has actually got his original rations, so you've probably got some dried meats and things that you can heat up, which will be a little bit of an improvement over what you guys have been eating, which is mostly fruits and things. Salted pork.
Would be like pigeon and pheasant.
Bit of pigeon.
What thing is caught?
Yes.
Arrow. Yeah, yes. Come on, guys.
Okay. So, what you guys have got the day, what do you want to do?
Ooh.
Well, the appearance of that possible witch last night was definitely suspicious.
Did you see anything else while you was on watch?
Wait,
Yes.
a witch?
Oh yeah, we may have encountered something quite strange last night. After your watch, Liana and I encountered a young lady just 30 feet outside our camp. She refused to answer us and she vanished into thin air. You say you encountered her?
Yes, I think I damaged her before she disappeared.
Right. Interesting. What makes you think that?
Because I shot my arrow
Oh,
on
yeah.
the floor, blood all over it.
Yeah, I'll do it. So,
But she vanished.
okay. So, if we face her, we need to hit her hard and hit her fast before she can vanish.
Well, this is the point.
Was she bleeding when she disappeared?
Yes.
Did the blood end?
Yes.
Because we weren't sure with it being so dark if she did disappear very far or if she, just turned invisible and ran.
What?
She had blood on the dress of a piercing hole, which I think was mine from my arrow.
Well, that wouldn't make sense because she didn't leave any trail.
Are we close to the arrow where I shot her?
Yeah, I mean, you could brought it back with you if you wanted. But it's about 60, no, it's about 90 feet away. Wait a minute, 60 feet, yeah, it's about 60 feet from where you
I
guys.
thought I brought it back. I said, follow me and I will show you.
Okay. Well, one thing I thought it might be worthwhile. Scattles, you say this town is deserted, but I wonder if any of the farmhouses outside of town have any inhabitants. Maybe they know what's going on.
Maybe.
It's an idea I had in my sleep. So yeah, we can go pick up your arrow and then see if we can find anyone living nearby.
I show him the arrow covered in blood and go, you see, I shot her. This is her blood.
The blood's still fresh?
It's dried, it's been a few hours. But, yeah. On the ground, where the arrow, where it shows you where the arrow is, there was quite a lot of blood that was put down there.
Okay.
So that would still be damp to the touch even a few hours later.
I will get back in touch with my old roots and give it a taste.
So it tastes like blood.
Yep. It's definitely blood. And I've tasted quite different types of variety of blood.
This one has a very strong, almost biting, bitter taste to it.
It tastes like witchcraft.
Have you tasted a
Oh,
lot of
How
witchcraft?
do you know?
Well, I think I tasted the blood on that cursed dagger.
I don't remember a lot about that cursed dagger.
No, I wouldn't imagine you do.
No.
Good times. So yeah, do we make our way to the closest farmhouse?
Yeah.
Yes, we can do.
Well, the closest farmhouse is actually quite close. It's only about 200 feet away from where you spent the night. So the house itself is made almost entirely of stone. So it's sort of stone blocks that are all different sizes, not bricks. The front door is open. It's not a very large house. So downstairs there are 2 rooms. As you open up, there's nothing in these rooms. These houses were deserted. It seems fairly obvious. I say that because it's clear when stuff has been taken and looted, and when stuff has been carefully and methodically cleared out. This is the latter. It's been carefully and methodically cleared out. The windows are fine, they're not broken. The stairs, which lead sort of from what you would assume is a kitchen area, upstairs into just one large and open room. And there is a bed frame, a broken bed frame left, but nothing else. Other than this, the house is completely empty.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anyone living here at the moment. Is there any dust or anything? Does it look like it's been left alone for a while?
It's been left for a while, but the dust, you're not leaving footprints in it as you guys move around it.
Okay.
But there is dust, yeah. There's just not enough of it.
Well, I didn't find the answers I was hoping for here. Should we move into town, or does anyone else want to do more research, more scouting?
What if we look in the building where that man was on the top?
I think that was in town, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was in the town. That was one of the buildings, are sort of on the outer ring of town, like. Okay. So, town one side, countryside the other side.
I think it's definitely worth a look, yeah, but I think we should just be prepared to encounter anything in that town if it's controlled by a witch.
For sure. Seems dangerous.
So, yeah.
All right,
go away,
well,
town.
Aye, definitely.
Best foot forward.
Okay, who's leading the way?
I shall.
Okay.
I'll walk not far behind him.
Alright, let's have a perception check. As you wander in, eyes open.
Openish.
10. 10's not bad. Okay, so it's daytime now. You can see a little more of the town. It's your first time in, but yeah, there's more of the town, so there's more description. The buildings, you can see where in places the outer mortar is coming off. You can see that the buildings here use the same sort of stone as the farmhouse, but then they have a sort of plastering coat of something else put over the top that is a sort of terracotta colour. It's obviously not being looked after, but it's not. These aren't ancient ruins.
Not in disarray.
No. It's not quite in disrepair, and the doors, you can now see the doors, the windows, the frames, and they're not crooked and warped. Everything seems straight. Everything seems, honestly, like you could clean them and move people in. You head for the building that you saw the figure on the night before. As you get to this building, you find that it has a very large double door to one side, and then sort of just next to that there is a smaller usual door. So it looks like this is some sort of carriage house.
Okay.
What do you do?
Make my way in.
The door opens with a creak. And inside there is, in fact, as you open it up, you can see that the front is almost like a facade. So as you open it up, it's almost like a tunnel, opened up to the rafters, and there is 2 carts that are placed inside on sort of a lower level. One of them doesn't have a wheel on it, so it's only got 3 wheels instead of the 4. So this appears to be a cart race of some sort. Other than the 2 carts that are in there, there is nothing else here. You can see rooms that could have been workshops or offices. It's hard to tell because they're bare. There's nothing in them. But there's some stairs that do lead up to the roof.
That's what I was going to ask. Yeah, I would like to go up onto the roof, please.
Okay, so you go up to the roof. At the top of the stairs, it's not a doorway, it's a trapdoor. You open the trapdoor up, and as you do so, a lot of dust falls in. And falls over you.
And a bottle.
And a bottle falls. James, we've lost your camera.
No, it's on purpose. To be honest, I'm like massively tired, and I don't want to look like I'm bored or anything. I'm just, I don't want to look too haggard, so I just look off in the meantime.
So a lot of dust falls in and falls onto you, and as you open it up and then go onto the roof itself is this sand or dirt or something. There's just lots of it, and it's sort of piled in the corners. You can't see the wooden roof beneath it because there's so much of this fine sand or dirt or dust or whatever it is.
Can I see onto the other roofs?
You can see onto some of them. Most of the buildings that surround are larger than this one.
Okay. Do any of those roofs have this same sand or dirt?
Yeah, looks like they do. Yeah, you can't see clearly because the other all of these buildings seem to have flat roofs. The building that is sort of further away, maybe 7 or 8 feet away from this building, a little bit smaller, that has a flat roof as well, and you can see onto there, and that seems to have the same sort of sand or dust or dirt or whatever it is.
Does anyone know what this stuff is? I assume Joe followed me onto the roof.
I've not gone on the roof.
I will definitely enjoy a climb.
Okay. Scartles, do you know what this stuff is?
Do I?
I'm trying to think what check I can put this down to.
Cat litter check.
I just bundle a bunch up in my hand and then walk it down to the conjunctive then. Liana, I found this.
Sarah's previous character.
I didn't bleed it out, so I found it on the roof.
Do you normally find that on roofs?
So this looks like it's a very, very, very fine sand. It's almost black. There's grey specks in it. I'm going to say the minute you put your hands in it, you sort of start to recognise that this is ash.
Oh, this is ash.
Ash.
There doesn't appear to have been any fires recently. The town doesn't look burnt down. This is most peculiar. It's on quite a few. I'm just downstairs now. It's on quite a few of the other roofs in the surrounding area, from what I could tell.
But we haven't seen any fires recently, have we?
Unless it maybe came over and the wind caught from that burnt out village, but that's quite some journey. I mean, I'm not an expert on ash, I don't know. But, I mean, technically the fucking Sahara Desert finds its way to Blighty, so does it appear to be the ash from that burnt out village?
I don't think you guys would have the skills and or tools to figure that out.
Nope. Makes sense. I barely cobbled together our character. Right. I see. I go back onto the roof. Do I see any signs of life in the town?
Let's have a perception check from the roof. Let's have a different one. Is anybody else up there with you?
I'll go and have a look with him now.
Okay, so if you're all looking, you can make this with advantage.
Well, I was going to say someone with better modifiers, but I've already rolled, so can do it individually. In either case, I need to use the roof.
Want me to do one?
Yeah, sure. A 20. Okay, good. Alright, you look throughout the town, and just before you look at the town, I'm going to point out that you look just at this roof that you're on immediately, and you can see there is the ash, as you understand it to be. It's sort of heaped a little bit in the centre, and it's darker there. And as you sort of walk over it, you see that there is a sort of a pole, or that is to say, an insert for a pole of some sort. As you look around the town, it looks deserted, just like it did on the night before, Scattles, as you were looking through. Though, just as you're scanning throughout the town, you do notice that stood in an alleyway, about 500 feet up the street from where you guys are, the young woman described to the others is stood in the alleyway looking at you guys on the roof.
Wait. Is that the woman you were talking about?
Can I see her?
When he points them out, you can see her. Yes, that appears to be her.
Yeah, that's the young woman from last night. Is that the same? Have you come up on the roof?
Nope.
Well, I'd say we'd ask him, but I don't know where he's gone. But that's the one that we saw walking round our camp last night. Is she just staring at us?
Yeah, she appears to be just staring.
She definitely seems to be following us.
I'm assuming someone tried to talk to her and...
Yeah, me and
that
Lost,
didn't go too well.
we went out and Lost tried talking to her and asking her, what her purpose was and things, and she just stared at us. She didn't respond, and when we moved towards her, she would move back the same distance, and then she pulls her skirt up, and she goes.
That is some impressive dress wear.
But, yeah, she didn't respond to us.
Maybe we should, go and look to see what buildings are near where she is. Maybe she came out of that building.
She's got to be sort of centered around one of them.
Sure, yeah. Maybe, is there anyone that could tell where magic is coming from specifically? Could you do that?
I can, but I think I need to be closer to... Where are you wanting me to detect?
We'll just catch you up. We've seen her again in the alley not far from us.
Oh, right, okay, thank you. Is that within 30 feet of my current location?
No, she's about 500 feet away up the street.
I can't detect that far away.
Okay.
I don't think
Well-
my sense will go that far, will it? Has she seen us?
She's looking straight at us.
She's definitely seen us. Let's just make our way to her. I
I'm
mean,
going to wave.
maybe she's...
When you wave, she falls back into the shadows of the alleyway out of sight.
Maybe she's just as curious about us as we are as her.
She's made no attempts to do anything. When she was trying to cast spells around our camp last night, it definitely didn't seem like she was trying to attack.
Is that, powerful
The
magic
dirt.
she's doing, though? In order to, disappear just like that? Is that normal?
Well, it could be a lot of different things. When she disappeared last night, we weren't sure if she just sort of gone out of sight and was invisible like you were.
Yeah.
Or
Wait, what?
did you not realise that we made you invisible last night?
I had no
When-
idea. I was
When I was
just...
tickling behind your ear before you wandered into the city.
Oh, okay. No, that makes a lot of sense. That's weird. That's never happened to me before. If you could give me a heads up next time, that would be great.
Well, we'd suggested it, and you didn't seem to, not fancy doing it.
Yeah, I mean, just tell me, I just thought I was like really, really good at hiding, I felt like
Are you carried along the roofs?
slinking
or
in
have
the
you come down?
shadows.
We're still stood on the roof.
Right. I thought you might have carried along on the roofs or something.
So does this town have like either a town hall or like a big prominent building of any sort?
From up on here, you can see that towards the centre there does seem to be a large prominent building. Just the one. It looks more like a small keep than a town hall or anything like that. But it's really not very large at all.
Well, if I was a witch taking over this town, I would probably set up shop over there. But that's just me.
It's definitely worth checking.
Was the alley that she was down, was that in any way close to the town hall?
No. The town hall is, like I said, closer to the centre of town where you guys are now on the outskirts. So it'll probably take you half an hour, 45 minutes to get to this large building in the centre, whereas she's sort of 5 minutes up the road.
We'll go via her alley.
Okay.
We'll make our way.
Lol. All right, let's have a short break. So we did say that we'd do a giveaway. So let's do a giveaway.
We said like a set of dice or something, didn't we?
Yeah,
For the
because
first milestone.
we'll pour. So we'll give out a standard set of polyhedral dice.
Can sign them if you want.
Oh, we can sign them, and you can be like, these nobodies on the internet, sign my dice. Oh, God. Or you can sign them yourself, and then they would be more valuable, because you'd know who signed it. Alright, so this is how we'll do it. So comment a number between 1 and 20 in the chat, and when we come back I'll roll a d20, and I can't imagine there'll be 5 people in total, but yeah, if up to 5 people get the right number, we'll send you out some polyhedral dice.
Yay!
Oh.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Giveaway time.
Giveaway time! We're going for a break. See
I'm
ya!
going for a pee.
I'm gonna have a pee as well.
Yeah.
back in.
Very.
Don't forget to unmute.
Yeah, I unmuted it first. So we are back.
Hello.
Hello.
We've got.
Hi.
Thanks, Jim. We've got 16 and 15. Alright, let's see then. I mean, the good news is that no matter what happens, I've only got to buy one set of dice. Woohoo! There we go. Bum. It's 14.
14.
It's a tie. Everyone loses. Join us next week for more randomness.
I think I mean, this is probably going to get vetoed, but I think to commemorate the two people who did take part, we should send them both each dice. You're both winners because you both are fans.
Let's not go nuts. 2 fans. Woody Johnny 2 fans. Yeah, I agree with that. Alright guys, send us your address and we'll get you some dice sent out.
Sounds good.
And I think Connor's paying. That's what I heard.
That's right, pair of second-hand dice.
You can even tell us what colour you want, and then it'll give us something to ignore.
God, I can't deal with it.
Alright then. What are you doing,
What's
guys?
the roll? I couldn't hear.
What's the what?
The roll.
Terence, he said, what's the roll? I couldn't hear.
It was a 14, but you're both winners because we love you.
Yeah.
It's like a bit of whiskey, and I'm already saying I love you.
I know, it's a randomer on the internet. Although I'm going to say that Patrick isn't a randomer anymore.
No, he's a die-hard fan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We love you, Patrick.
when we're all famous. No. We was talking the other day, like, if we ever make it to 1,000 followers, we're going to have t-shirts. I don't mean like we're going to sell t-shirts, we're going to get t-shirts each. Patrick, if we ever make it to 1,000 followers, we'll send you a t-shirt as well.
Definitely.
As
He's one of
our
the team.
first fan.
One of the group, isn't
Yeah,
it now?
practically one of the team. Okay, so, you guys are on the rooftops. What are you up to?
I out there, man.
No, you're not.
We was heading down, weren't we?
Oh, you just lift your foot here.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you tangled
Standing
yourself.
on each of
Oh,
his wires.
silly.
Thank you.
So what are you doing, guys? You're
We're
headed down.
Heading down.
You're back into the street. And you're heading towards the alleyway where you saw this figure. Is that right?
That's correct.
We'll catch Mendes up with what we've seen on the roof since he didn't come up.
Okay.
Look at this ash.
And we saw that woman again.
Did she look like she was injured?
Oh, she was quite far away.
I waved to her, but she disappeared again.
Yes, she does. As soon as you make communication with her, she rejects it.
That's what she did last night.
We got to shout a couple of things at her before she disappeared, though,
Mm.
rather than instantly leaving her to wave.
She definitely seems to be watching us.
Well, let's just hope she reveals herself to us. And if she could show up, that'd be nice. Couldn't resist. I'll leave.
Connor's already playing the hentai version and he's not even met it yet.
I know, wait till you read my fanfiction.
If we follow her though, will she just lead us into a trap?
Possibly, but if she springs a trap, then at least it's a chance to fight her. We'll show her for trying to spring a trap.
It'd be nice to know where she's keeping Lucian and Gabtol
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
What about Mazu?
and Merzu.
Yeah.
Even though that means,
No, that's fine.
I don't know Mazu, but you know.
Yeah, I've heard about him.
See, maybe if we could find Gabtol and Lucian, they would know more about her. Or Gabtol might tell us a bit more about this deal they have. It doesn't seem
Maybe.
like much of a deal if she's going to come and attack your village.
Who are these So people you talk about.
Gabtol is the chief at the Lizard Folk village,
Okay.
and he was taken away. And Lucian is an elf that we was escorting on a journey to turned out to be an underground temple, but he went with him the night the village was attacked.
Divine Sense doesn't have a range on it.
And was they with you? Like, was they your friends?
Merzu was our friend, and we don't really know what's happened to him. Gabtol and the Lizard Folk were kind enough to let us rest in their village, and we told the people left in the village that we would find him and bring him back. And Lucian, we was, paid protection.
Yes. Would any of them open their mouth to tell the witch that if she didn't let them go, they might get hunted down, looked for by you lot, so she might know what you look like?
I wouldn't have thought Gabtol
This could be the reason why she is stalking you.
Well, we appear to be stalking her, not the other way around.
She just seems to keep popping up.
Yes, she's checking on us.
Like a bad smell.
But she's had a lot of opportunities and not acted on it. She just disappears.
I'm just gonna like as a character, I'm gonna like get like a bad vibe, thinking like the person that they're looking for might have told them like that they're coming.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start.
Do you want to eat on the others that, or is that just what you keep it to
No,
yourself?
dude, I'm giving it to myself. I'm gonna start keeping a little distance back from them.
Alright, yeah. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I
so...
think
Sorry, James, go ahead.
I think the only thing we can do is just keep moving into the town and see what we can see and do what we can do, and if we finally manage to come up against her, just attack quickly.
That sounds like a good idea, but I don't think she'll allow herself to be in range voluntarily. Or involuntarily. If we get
Maybe we can find a way of not giving her a choice.
That sounds like a good idea. Personally, I think we should make our way to that keep. But if anyone else has any ideas, then feel free to jump in.
It's a good place to look to see if we can find the others.
True.
So you guys said that you was going to sort of go to the alleyway before you moved on towards the key.
Yeah.
As you get to where the alleyway is and look down the alleyway, you can see that past the buildings that sort of face the street, it opens up into somewhat like a courtyard, and she is there. She is stood at the opposite side of the courtyard.
How far away is she?
At the moment, she seems to be about 120 feet away from you. She stood, her hands are together, fingers clasped, just sort of down in front of her, and she's looking at you. In the sunlight, you can actually see a little bit more of a detail. She's quite fair. She's attractive, and as you sort of look towards her direction, she looks back and tilts her head and smiles.
She doesn't look like hair in any way, does she?
No.
Okay. I smile back and nod my head.
A smile increases. You can see her smile teeth. She turns and she walks down the alley at the opposite way, which has a doorway at one side. She opens the door and walks in.
Well, it's probably a trap, but I can't think of any other better idea than to just follow her. She seems friendly.
It's more of a reaction than we've had so far.
That's true.
Well, I guess Why not? I mean, what's... I'm not going to say it. You know what? I'm not going to say it. Let's just do it.
Just make sure we're on our guard.
As always.
Yeah, for sure.
So you follow it?
Yeah.
What's the match in order?
Yeah.
I shall be first.
I'll be behind locks.
I'll sort of slink round to the back.
Consciously trying
I
to
am
look in
a
your
little
direction.
bit back.
Okay.
I'm just sort of whispering to myself, what have I gotten myself into? I could be like at home.
I just start following these random people and look what happens.
Yeah, I mean things are crazy, man.
Apparently I disappear and follow witches.
It could be worse, friend. I don't remember how we got here.
As you open the doorway, the doorway is on the side of a building, but as you open it, it actually leads down. So there's a wooden set of stairs that lead down to a small landing 5 foot wide, and then it turns on a right angle and goes down again, and takes you below the street level.
Interesting.
Oh, I it's not on the map then, it's the remainder of the deck of many things. Don't click that.
No.
Don't click that.
Oh, it's all black.
In this very small room, there is nothing but a rocking chair and a candle on the floor. The candle is lit. Now, I'd like to point something out for those of you that enjoy dark vision. The corners are dark. The corners of this tiny room are dark.
Despite the candle being lit.
Yep.
Will that candle not be lighting up all of this room?
And even if it didn't, dark vision would normally compensate. It's not.
Was something particular going on?
There is a door just here.
Position myself and open the door. Oh, is everyone ready?
Well,
Good, let's go.
So as you put your hand on the door above that you've just come through slams shut. You hear it lock, and then as you look up and see the door, it vanishes and turns into solid wall.
Well, that's unusual.
However, the door does not, that you've just got hold of does not appear to be locked.
Okay. I'd like to open the door, please.
All the way?
Yeah.
So, in this room, there is very little, but what you can see, stood in the room, looking away from you into the darkness, there is another candle in here lit. There is a humanoid that is stood in ragged clothes. Its skin is bent. Most of it is gone, and you can see bone exposed, but the bones are also bent and blackened. It's swaying slightly, and its mouth sort of chattering, and it's not made any what's the word I'm looking for? It's not reacted to you at all, to the door opening.
Can I use Divine Sense?
You can indeed.
Detecting for undead.
You can, and you notice that there is an undead right there where I've just described. You can also sense another undead just here, and
It's not. If it's behind full cover, it doesn't register.
I thought it went through.
Nope, I double checked.
Okay, so you can see those guys. So you can sense one here and one here.
Well, these things are definitely undead, and you know what that means. I say with a grin, drawing my sword.
Okay, so when you draw your sword, please roll for initiative.
Yarp.
Scouts follows up with, "They're not alive."
You're in yours, Dave.
No, sorry. Just doing my glasses because I cannot see. Yeah, so.
Where's your character?
Behind the 10 order.
You can move, but you know.
Wait for it. He's not got initiative.
Yeah,
No,
got
I
an
haven't.
initiative button.
I should have. Just wait me a second, and I'll make that available.
Cover you back up.
No, it is on for all players.
He's got saving rolls and skill checks.
Yeah, that's all he's got.
And they're the greyed out buttons. They're not sort of solid like on the bottom.
Okay, so click off him and then click back on him. Problem solved.
There it is. Jeez.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay. So first up is Scattles.
Okay. So I'm going to sort of slink through
No problem.
and just going to sort of go around to the side of this guy and sort of just see if we can take him by surprise a little bit
Okay.
with a slam with a quarterstaff.
Okay, so he's making almost no attempt to avoid you. As you move in close, his head sort of moves and he looks in your direction. Go ahead with the attack. So that hits, yep, no problem. Roll for damage. 9, yeah. So the quarterstaff hits him around the back of the head and it flicks his neck and actually snaps his neck, his head just sort of hanging. And his mouth continues to chatter.
I'm going to try again then.
Okay. 25, yeah, that hits. Just, but... 10, nice, yeah. So, yeah, you give him another smack, this time to the shoulder, and as you do, his weak and brittle bones seem to almost shatter, and his arm just falls limp at his side, sort of dangling and swaying from the impact. But
Okay.
no reaction from him again.
And then he's going to do like some sort of kick to the body as if to sort of kick him away a little bit.
Okay.
You know when cats are playing with toys and they do that thing where they're basically kicking the toy, like pushing it back.
They just sort of bat it around.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sort of doing that.
Okay. Yep, 21 hits. And that's another 9 points of bludgeoning damage. So yeah, you sort of hit his stomach, and again this brittle, bent bones. You can hear him crack as you make the connection, but no reaction from him at all.
Okay, that'll do me for now.
Okay. Okay, so next is this guy here, and he's looking straight at you as you come in and you're doing this attack, and he just starts to slowly walk towards you. Once he gets close, he just sort of leans in towards you and throws his arms at you. So that's a 17.
Yeah, that hits.
And that's 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And Mendez, it's your turn.
Cool. So I will walk down the basement to where Lost is. And I think I will follow him in. If he walks through the door,
You can walk through me.
Can I? I'm bigger
Yeah,
than you,
you
aren't I?
You can
wider
move
than you.
through. That's okay. You can move through an ally's space. They basically move out of the way as long as they've got space to do so, which he has.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't stop in an ally's space, but you can move
Right.
through.
I will walk in. So 20. How much more movement space have I got?
10, 15, 20, 25. That's it.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I will stay where I am for now. Oh, shit. So
Yeah.
what? I'm going to ready an attack.
Okay. What's the
Um,
attack?
one minute, let me
Call.
just- yeah, that's it. When I do my ready attack, can I do my fighting style?
Your fighting style is passive, so it'll just be applied whenever you've got a one-handed weapon in one hand and no weapon in the other hand.
Yeah. The short sword would be classed just like a weapon.
Yeah. So whenever you've got your short sword in your own hand,
Yeah, because
your
that's
fighting
all.
style's active. Yeah.
Yeah, so I take that out. So what I'll do is I'll ready my short sword in case that guy comes and attacks me first.
So if he comes to attack you,
Yes, if he
Yeah.
comes in like, probably.
well, he's in range now.
Is he mentioned?
Yeah, he's in range now, so you could attack him now if you wanted to.
Oh, fair enough then. Yeah, okay. I am your will.
Okay. So yeah, swing your sword. 25 hits.
Yes.
Okay, so 10 points of
Piercing.
piercing. Apparently it's piercing. I always thought a short sword was slashing, but whatever effect. So yeah, you swing the sword, cutting through its tattered robes, and once again, just no response from it. You do get a second attack.
I do. With the same one. And
It is
19.
piercing.
19.
19 hits.
Did not know that.
8 points of slashing damage. So as you cut through this guy again, and you cut one of his arms straight off, and it just starts to slowly sort of drop to one knee, and then to the other knee, and then it just slinks onto the floor.
I'm going to say to Light Lost and Skittles, have you ever thought this could be the test of what the witch is giving us to see what our strengths are like? And that's all I say.
Okay.
I shall reply. No, I think she's just trying to trap us and kill us. Is that dead? Or more deader?
He's brown bread.
The one that fell to the floor? Yeah. From somebody stood 10 feet away through a door behind a Goliath, it's on the floor, not moving, it looks dead.
Okay. So if I went right and up, it won't have an attack of opportunity against me.
You wouldn't have thought so.
But I did the maneuver. Didn't attack me. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I shall stab it in the back with divine strike in the back.
Would it be with advantage? Because
Yeah, it's white positions over there. I send you into the mistress's embrace, you foul creature. I don't have a box for undead, so do I just add an extra d8 after the roll?
Yes, I thought you did have a... I'll put you up.
Nope.
Yeah, so 13 hits. And those are some low rolls.
No, just wings and rage. I haven't got one for... I've got a spell for it, but not on the main sheet.
Okay. Yeah, we'll sort that out.
Sure.
Ooh, not bad. 24. 24.
Plus an extra d8.
Plus your 7, that gives you 31 in total. So you come up behind the creature, take out your blade and strike it through, and as you strike it through, it grabs hold of your sword.
I didn't expect you to survive that.
That was Divine Strike, wasn't it? So you don't have another attack. Anything else from you?
Don't have another attack.
No, it's not the attack action, Divine Strike. It's a separate action.
Ah, I did not know
would
that.
you have an extra attack if you were raging? Like,
I can't. Oh, it's a bonus to rage.
yeah,
It's a bonus to rage.
yeah, because you have night generous.
I am not enraged. I see what you're getting at, but now is not the time.
Yeah. So when you use your attack action, you attack twice.
Yeah,
Divine Strike is not an attack action.
Yeah, I was. Are you sure? Because it just says when you hit a creature with a melee attack. I can post spell.
Yeah, post it and we'll double check.
Do I just click the spell?
Yeah. And we'll see what happens. Or I can just bring it up on the
I was going to say, no, because that just rolled.
Oh no, it's done loads more damage. Sorry, I'm spelling Divine wrong again. Every time. Okay.
Are you spelling it Devine?
Yeah.
I like the idea of that though.
For some reason, Divine Strike only shows up in Forge Domain.
Smite.
Oh, is it Smite?
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought it was Divine.
I might have been calling it strike, but no, it's smite apparently.
Let's double check these wordings.
Always read your class abilities, kids.
Yeah, when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack. Yeah, okay, it says it quite clearly there as attack. So, yeah, okay.
So, just regular now without divine.
Yeah.
Cool. I shall untick that and click that.
Excellent.
26, yeah, that hits.
I did not give you permission to live. Even though you're not living.
So that's 12. So the creature is still holding on to the sword when you pull it back out.
Try and behead it.
So you're going to try and behead it, okay. So you swing the sword this time trying to behead it, and it sticks in and hits the bone, and you feel the bone break, but you don't behead it. Instead, you're half cut, and you've got a nearly headless Nick situation going on, and its head sort of slung down. It's like, wailing its arms around with its head sort of resting on its shoulder.
That's it from me.
Okay, Liana, it's your turn, dear.
Am I still on the stairs?
Yeah, you're on the stairs.
On the stars.
On the stairs.
That's better. I live in Boston.
Yeah, I did a laugh, but Lost doesn't do that. When he does, he goes, ha ha.
Just watch Metalopolis, you'll be right.
What are you doing?
Moving there.
Yep.
And
Sorry.
reaches in a cloak,
Yeah.
flings hands forward and casts magic missile.
Which one?
This one in between Scattles and Lost.
Go on then. Why don't you use some animations, because we ain't had many of them to do.
It was just at normal level.
So, was it these really low ones?
Yeah, currently.
Man. Oh, yeah, you did. You rolled 2 ones on 3. That sucks. So, 8 points of force damage. So, as you throw him at the creature, it's like, blah, and it gets hit from the side and knocked down to the ground. Its head sort of wobbling around a little bit.
We normally have to cut the heads off so they don't get back up. And that's their turn.
Okay. This zombie down here now
I
sort
was
of
saying it to everyone.
struggles to stand up and turns around towards Mendez and swings its one good arm in his direction.
What is?
The zombie.
And that's 21,
Oh, Jesus.
which hits.
It does indeed, sir.
So that's 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nope.
Oh, it's gone a bit weird, and click off him and then click back on him. There you go.
Yeah.
Is that one in there?
Yeah. Can't just click -5. Isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, just
so-
do -5 and it'll do it. Have a real look. This one.
Oh. There it is.
-5 and then you press enter.
And it
it
should have
just
been
does
on
it
these
quick.
little...
Yeah, you can do it from there as well. It's not
I thought it was.
Always learning new things.
Hey, the more you know.
I know how to put animations on my spell attacks now.
Very nice.
Okay,
Don't-
Scattles, it's your
Don't always
turn.
get them right, but I can do it.
Okay, so the one underneath me, he's is he visibly, like, is he moving at all?
No.
This one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he just stood up and attacked Mendes.
Yeah, that one's got back up.
Oh, right, okay. So what he's going to do, he's going to try and hit him in the head with the quarterstaff so fast, so hard that it just comes clean off.
Okay, go for it.
Like, you know, like in like baseball practice.
Yeah.
When you got that stick. Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Swing, bada bada swing.
Exactly. So I'm going to give that a go.
19, so you
Swing
hit,
away,
you
Meryl.
hit his head. Roll them damage R's. And you just smash straight through the head. You move with such speed and ferocity that the end of the quarterstaff just moves straight through from temple to temple, taking a big chunk of his face off at the same time. Doesn't remove the head. The top of the head is still there. The nose downwards is still there. The rest of it has just been ripped away. And it turns and looks towards you. And now its mouth sort of wailing and its arms swinging. Yeah, it's not dead.
Right, I'm going to try it again, but this time straight for the mouth.
Okay.
Ooh.
11 hits.
What was that?
Yeah, that hits.
I'm still hit. Okay. Yeah, I've got to forget this is a zombie.
It is. They don't even try to move. 7 points. So you hit the face, and as you hit this, the jaw just completely comes off the head and flies off, shattering on the wall. The tongue sort of wailing around.
And he's going to try like a roundhouse kick to try and knock the head off with his feet instead.
Okay. Yeah, you Bruce Lee that motherfucker. And swing the back of the head, and this time it just knocks what's left of the head and brain and nose. It just shatters. But the body is still stood, and the arms are still flailing.
Oh. Okay. What do we do? No.
No. Okay, it's now this guy's go, and he's going to turn around towards
Lost.
to Lost. Well, he was actually knocked down by the magic missiles, but he's still on the floor, and he sort of turns around and looks at you and scrambles along to you, grabs a hold of your feet and pulls you trying to pull you towards him, pulls himself to you, and attempts to bite your leg.
And turn you into a zombie.
That's an 11. So he's just fighting chainmail. Mendes, it's your turn.
Cool, yeah. So this one is still dead but walking. Is that
Okay.
correct?
Yeah, it's got no head, but it's still moving its arms around.
Okay.
Well, its arm, it's only got one, you cut one.
I'm going to get my greatsword out
Oh, okay.
and
Make sure you turn your fighting style off.
yes.
Yep.
And I'm going to try and cut it down the middle.
Okay, go for it. That's a mucky 20, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, that hits.
A mongrel 20.
It's a dirty 20. Dirty Karen. 13, so you stick the blade down and you attempt to cut straight down, yeah? So you go through the shoulders, through most of the abdomen, and then it gets stuck on the pelvis. And as you pull the blade out, the two parts start to separate, and then they're held together by the clothes.
I'll do it again because I have another attack.
Mhm.
So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, a 24 hits. 10, so you go down again?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go down again, this time straight through the pelvis, and the creature just separates and moves down. Both parts of it now on the floor, and it's still moving.
Is it doing the silly salmon?
It's doing a silly salmon. The arms
So parts.
just moving around, and the legs kicking.
Small enclosed space.
Just what on us first.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else from you, members?
Oh,
Still got your bonus.
I use my bonus, didn't
No, you've attacked him. You've attacked twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you still got your bonus.
Yeah.
Some of your spells might be bonuses.
Yeah, but most of them are before an attack. Right,
Yes.
Mm.
Have both of the body parts still got like half a head, or is it just not there at all?
The head was
It's smushed.
pretty much smushed and splattered. It's gone.
So
Yeah.
what about the heart? Is that like still beating?
You can't really see the heart. You'd have to dig in there and have a look around.
Wouldn't I see it from it being cut open? Like if it was still beating or anything?
Yeah, but it's mostly mush.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
It's got well and truly ninjured beforehand as well.
So there's no way of killing it. I chopped it in half. What else could I do?
That's probably all you can do. Right?
Yeah, I was just gonna leave it like that. Yeah.
Okay. Lost it, your turn.
So I have this. It still has all its limbs and its head.
Yeah.
Um,
Only just got its head.
Is this the one with like nose down?
No, that was the one that got its head exploded.
Yeah.
This is the one that had its head cut off almost all the way, so it's just kind of hanging on.
I'm just gonna try and stomp on its head.
Okay. So that would be an unarmed attack.
I haven't got a button for that. Is that just is that strength and proficiency?
Well, yeah, you consider proficient, so it's strength and proficiency, or dexterity. I would say we use
It's
either.
definitely gonna be strength. Definitely gonna be strength.
So natural one.
Question: Is that still with advantage because it's flanked? Try and lion my way out of this.
Is it that? Because you.
Yeah, it would still be with advantage. I mean, it's on the floor anyway. It's prone, so it would be advantage from that.
Should be another number.
2. So your next one will be 3.
That hits. So you stand on the head, and as you kick the head down, the little bit of muscle and skin that was holding it on is ripped, and the head is sort of crushed in, but it's as your foot is pressing it between your foot on the floor, and it's still sort of and the body starts to straighten itself as if it's going to stand up.
Okay. Do I still have my extra attack?
You do. You can't change weapons though.
I can't. God damn it.
I'm going to allow it this time because
Okay.
you've not put your weapon down.
I went for the prop and it.
Yeah. Roller cool. So.
Yeah. I want to try and like sever the torso from the legs, so like a horizontal chop down.
All right.
So it's like separating the midriff.
13. That hits. 12. So as you cut across and hack, attempting to get both of them, you do manage to cut one of the legs off, but there isn't enough thrust in the blade to cut them both.
No bonus from me. That's me.
Okay, Leanna, it's your turn. I managed a quarter to 11.
Well,
Yeah, I didn't actually realise how late it was.
well, I have nothing to do. I don't know how far into this dungeon we are, if indeed it qualifies as
But it's the first room.
yeah.
I cast Frostbite at the one in front of me.
Okay, go for it.
We are called Dithering Fights for a reason.
Yes, that's
I've
true.
got a button for it.
You ain't got a button for it.
I have got a button for it
And
with a thing.
animation.
That's still Constitution saving throw.
Oh, the frame rate.
Huh?
Said, oh, the frame rate.
I ran fine on mine.
Yeah, I bet it did.
That's a 6.
It fails.
So it takes 9 points of cold damage.
Yeah.
So, just out of curiosity, were you aiming for the head or the body?
The body.
So you launch this cold beam at the creature, sort of as it brushes over its body, you can see it sort of recoil slightly from the cold before it continues to try and stand, even though it's missing a leg. Anything else from you?
No. If it has got a weapon and decides to attack, it has disadvantage on its next one.
Okay. So it's now back to this one. So you've cut this in half, and it's going to do all it can to stand. So I'm going to. I know, right? So
Even jelly legs.
I'm going to ask it for a
Tis but a scratch.
dexterity. We'll put a mark on the ball. It's 11. No, it does not. So it attempts to, with one hand, it drags one half drags towards Scattles, and without knowing what Scattles is, and grabs a hold of his clothing and tries to pull up. But it's easy enough for Scattles to knock the hand away. The other half pulls itself towards the wall and attempts to climb up the wall, but it falls, and they both fall down onto the floor again. Scattles, is there anything you would like to do?
It's just a root of organs.
It's gonna be random
Struggling,
everywhere.
struggling with ideas. He's thinking about trying to set it on fire.
We did consider fireball, small enclosed space. What could go wrong?
Because we don't learn from our mistakes. That's evident.
So, in an action, can he light a torch and press it against the body? See if anything happens.
Yeah, I'm going to allow that. Which body are you going for? The one above you or the one below you?
The one below me.
And which half are you going for? The closest half?
Yeah, the one nearest to me.
Okay, so it's an action to light a torch, so that's fine. I'm going to say that you can light a torch and put it against it as an action, so that's fine. So the creature's clothes set on fire, and you can hear the hissing as it burns what little bit of flesh is left. But it doesn't really react to this. It recoils slightly from the torch when you sort of offer it to try and burn it. But
Yeah.
that's momentary. After that, it just ignores the fire as its clothes burn.
Well, I mean that's him. Yeah, yeah. Can't think of anything else to do right now.
Okay. So it's now this zombie, which its body is now going to stand up. And as the head is still stuck between the foot of Lost, the body is going to try and slam against you.
It has only got one leg.
It has only got one leg. So that's a 5. As it attempts to slam, it loses its balance and falls over. It's now stuck on the floor trying to get up again. Mendez.
So the closest half to me, I'm going to chop its arm off.
Oh, the closest half to you. You've already cut the arm off. You cut that off earlier.
How did it get up the wall?
I forgot about it. I mean, it's the same thing. It tried to climb up the wall and didn't.
Okay, well I'm going to chop it in half.
Okay.
We're going to quarter it.
We're going to end up with loads of them.
There we go. 22.
Yeah, 22 hits. And that's 11 points of slashing as you cut through this half, and now it's just a waist and a leg, or half of a waist and a leg, and then half of a torso with no arm, which is just there. You can see the muscles from where the arm was cut are twitching, but yeah, its stump is moving.
So his torso is still moving.
It's
That's
just trying.
like something.
It's trying hard. Yeah, it's not dead.
Wow, okay, cool.
Just but a scratch wound.
I'm going to pick up its leg.
Okay. The leg is kicking out randomly.
Yeah. I'm just going to start beating down on it, on the torso.
With the leg.
Yes.
Okay. So
Just rapidly beating it.
so make a strength check for me, please.
I was going to say, this would actually use your fighting style. Because it's presumably a one-handed weapon as a leg.
No, it's too big.
Oh, okay.
A leg's too big. A leg
It's
with
a Goliath.
Okay, but it's a leg. with a waist, and it's
I'm
an
a Goliath.
improvised
I'm a
weapon,
Goliath.
which is not proficient with.
No, that's true.
Oh, okay. So
So
that one.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Strength.
Well, it's just a straight up strength roll. So click where it says strength at this time.
Does he not have proficiency? Oh no,
No,
it's
he's not
improvised
proficient.
weapon.
Up with it.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yep.
That's a natural one. So as you lift up to
Somehow kicks you.
to slam it,
Kick you in the nose.
it kicks you in the side of the head, and you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, yeah.
Has he still got hold of it?
Yeah, you still got hold of it. You still attempt the attack, but it doesn't work. All right. Lost, it's your turn. We'll end it there.
Okay. Well, I was going to try a thing
Okay, try your thing, and then we'll end it after
because it's probably not going to work anyway.
your thing. What is your thing?
As enjoyable as it would be to hack this away all day,
Hmm.
I'm going to close my eyes, just pull the sword up to my face, and ask my lady how best to end this creature's suffering.
You feel a phase of energy run through you as you, without full control, activate your divine smite.
Oh, great. I do that. Presumably I lose a spell slot.
You do indeed.
Oh, I would expect no less of her. I can't say bad things, she will smite me. I mark that off.
You can still use the attack.
Oh yeah, actually I was going to say that usually accompanies the thing.
That hits, yep. And does 7 points.
I was going to say presumably and an extra d8 because it's undead, but I'm going to assume it's not required.
Yeah, it's not required, it kills it. So as you drop the attack down like that, the head just goes quiet. The body just stops moving, and then it fades into dust. A very familiar dust.
I figured out how to kill him.
So yeah, you've just killed one, and that's where we'll end it. You followed a good-looking woman into an alleyway, and now you're fighting zombies that are really difficult to kill.
Hey.
What are the odds?
Good times.
Yeah, the ring fights.
Different fights, yeah. We divvied for 3.5 sessions. In fact, 3 3/4 sessions before we actually got to a fight.
And then we divvied through the fight,
And then we divvied for the fight.
picking
So,
legs up and things.
if you're new, this is what you can come to expect from us.
But we certainly hope you enjoyed it. We did. We'll be here same time next week.
Same bad time.
Yeah, get in touch with us regarding the giveaway. Presumably our only 2 viewers.
Yeah, somebody else did stick a number in, but it was too late, I'm afraid. You have to put it in during the break. So Patrick Sykes and Terrence John Mesh, if you guys can send a message to the group, the Different Fight group, with your address, we'll get some base sent out to you.
The good news though, Jim, is we'll be having further giveaways in the future, so stick around.
Yeah, stick around, mate. Come back.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks everyone. See
Thank you
again
for
next week.
joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I forgot which button to press.